Hey, my name is Jason Phelps. I am the Discipling Director at Gloria Dei Lutheran Church in Houston, Texas. And our executive team just finished up with the 2022 ULC Leadership Development Accelerator. And I wanted to go ahead and take some time and just let you know of some of the biggest questions that I had going into this Leadership Development Accelerator, because perhaps maybe you have the same questions. So for us, and for me, I was asking questions like, what does a clear pathway look like to develop leaders in a large prevailing model church? I also asked, what could it look like to actually reimagine a ministry that is led and released by ordinary people rather than always relying on paid staff, taking into account what we read in Ephesians about our job is to equip the saints for the work of ministry. I found myself asking questions like, what are the necessary rhythms and environments to provide training for development? And what's that relationship look like between leadership development and discipleship? What does it look like to live and lead actually within a church culture that embraces the reality that everything we need is actually already in-house, given to us by God, all of our resources? One of the probably most exciting questions I was asking is, what on earth could it look like to develop a culture and a system with an upward draft of leadership? What could that look like in our context? What I loved about the accelerator is that they helped us work through those questions. And so they provided us the opportunity to work with some amazing guest speakers who are practitioners who have been putting this stuff into practice. Absolutely amazing to hear of their stories. One of the most, I think, probably meaningful things is that it got our executive team in the same room together without any competing assignments or meetings. And we had the opportunity to spend a few days in Phoenix at an Airbnb, really a few times over the last year. And it was absolutely pivotal in helping us get aligned and dream and figure out the right next steps for us. The tools that we were given to help focus us, to challenge us, to bring about clarity for our right next steps was absolutely amazing, and helped us really tackle the questions necessary to be able to move forward in a healthy and helpful way. And as I think about how I grew personally, I think being able to engage with the myriad of tools and the concepts that were incredibly practical helped me to be able to implement. My dreams were able to get a little bit bigger. And one of the things for me personally is I love to dream. And one of the tools that we used in the accelerator was Patrick Lencioni's 6 Types of Working Genius. And so I learned about myself that I have the working genius of wonder and invention. And so the rest of the team knows that it's time to pull Jason down out of his ideas and actually make some concrete steps and really to be able to put that plan together to take our right next step. And so that was super helpful for me, and especially for someone who loves to create new ideas and ways of doing things and always thinking of the what could be. The whole idea of build, measure, learn, and starting with like this minimum viable product gave me really permission and excitement to experiment, to move fairly quickly and not be so scared of failure. Because at my core, I want to come up with the best idea, have the most grandiose plan, and then we're going to wait till everything's perfect and ready so we can unveil this beautiful big monster of a thing. So that was just one little area that was especially helpful for me was this idea of build, measure, learn. We need to fail forward. We need to fail quickly so that we can pivot and that we can continue to make a kingdom impact in new and fresh and innovative and exciting ways. As I think about our ministry, is that for us, is that we're still in the process of seeing all the fruit from this come to fruition. We have our right next steps, and we are rolling out our right next steps. And so a lot of this is we still have yet to see the fruit from all the the new things that are coming, but we have been rolling out the Gloria Dei way, and which is incredibly exciting. We have had the opportunity to have a couple what we call Inspire events, which we were able to learn and to apply from this accelerator, that we were able to gather over 100 leaders and inspire them with our pathway that was able to come to fruition from this accelerator. And so I'm super excited to see how all this takes place. Our executive team is super excited to be able to take this next step for this new season at Gloria Dei. And what I can tell you is that if you are someone who, let's just say, is on the fence about jumping in to this Leadership Development Accelerator, let me give you some key takeaways that if you would answer yes to these questions, this is going to be the right next step for you. If you feel the call to move from doer in your ministry to developer and create an upward draft of leadership out of ordinary people in your congregation, this might be for you. If your team is ready for a new plan and a new vision that is all about leadership development and raising up leaders, this very well could be for you. And if you want to embrace the church engagement model and multiply ministries, this likely is for you. It was a fantastic journey, and all the sprint calls, it keeps things on your mind and it keeps you moving pretty quickly. And so if your executive team is ready to move forward with a development culture, I don't think you can go wrong with Unite Leadership Collective Leadership Development Accelerator.